Definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I know they like, where the hell y'all Negroes been?
Where y'all been? Jeez.
Woodward
Where y'all
Sports
been?
proudly brings to you is Woodward Sports Tag Team Champions of the world, Craig, the world. It is your boy JB, it is your boy KG, and we are back. We are not missing in action. Woodward Ringside lives. It is alive, just like Undertaker's hand coming out of the grave back in the day. JB, listen, man, it's been a whirlwind. I've been going through a lot of stuff personally, and that also coincided with Lion season, and Lions are the priority around here, in case you ain't peeped the back wall back here. So
come on now.
Yeah, so no, we got to make adjustments depending on, how those weeks shake out. But a lot of it has been me, so that's my apologies. But I know, JB, you've been dealing with some stuff too.
I've been dealing with some stuff personally. Like, my schedule has gotten shaken up, obviously, with the Lions starting as well too, and the other job. Things have just been kind of
man.
It's been out of control. It's been up and down.
Hey, but we here, man, and as long as they allow us the platform, we are going to continue to give those episodes to y'all, even if they a little more spread out. So just be on the lookout for that. It's Lion season. Some of these episodes may be a little more spread out than we would like, but we appreciate anybody that still supports us, that's been waiting on these episodes, or anybody new that's coming to check us out, man. Me and JB, we come here and we talk everything pretty much fight game related, man, and looking forward to also maybe doing a collab pretty soon with MMT.
Shout out.
Yeah, their big event coming up, MMT October, 7. Right? Yep, October 11th.
Oh, yeah.
MMT 7, I believe it'll be at Imperial House again, but I'm going to fact check that. But shout out to Phil and the boys over there. They working hard, man. I can't wait to collab with those guys and be a part of another great event, man. Y'all, your boy doing commentary now, so get my legs wet in the fight commentary game, man. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, man, it's been a lot that we have missed out on, a lot to talk about. So we are technically going to split these up for anybody knowing. And today we're going to tackle Wrestlepalooza because it is the most recent. But I also have to talk that Canelo Crawford fight, man. Jesus Christ. I wanted to talk about it when it happened. It was quite the spectacle, man. And it gave us what we wanted in a lot of ways. And I know to some of y'all, this might not make sense, but it was a competitive ass whooping. And I know, like, they like, KG, that don't make sense, KG. You don't know ring. Like, what do you mean competitive ass whooping?
I don't want to say it was a competitive ass whooping, but it was a one-sided ass whooping, I guess, if that makes a little bit more sense.
It was one-sided, but I didn't feel like Canelo was outclassed in any way.
Yes.
He was a professional. He went out there. He didn't fight a bad fight. Because to say that it was just completely one-sided means he didn't bring it. Like, he fought a good fight. It just Crawford fought a better fight, and he fought a damn good fight. And JB, I see you chimed in. Did you get a chance to tap into this at all, bro? Before I get into it,
I watched the main event. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I looked online to see what time that they were coming out. And then I just kind of based it off that because I was still watching college football, and I'm not like about to switch over to Netflix to watch.
Right? I get that.
I just wasn't doing that.
Yeah.
So I switched over. Like, once it got a little bit close, I think I saw the fight before that. But this fight right here and all the special guests that they had to like point out in the fucking crowd just took up way too much fucking time for this to even go crazy on and even just sit through. But you know what? I give him credit. Crawford, honestly, for like the first 3-4 rounds, kind of seemed like he had him beat a little bit. I don't think the fight really truly got competitive until about round 6 when they started to actually start throwing a little bit more.
More on that in a second, though.
Yeah. Didn't it get stopped for a second for like a cut?
Yeah, I think it was an accidental headbutt in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was accidental
like, something on his nose, and I'm like, I have never seen a boxing match get stopped by the referee. Hold on. There's a little blood right here. We got to clear this up just a little bit.
It depends on how bad
of blood.
That's what it was, because
it was a drop.
Yeah, it wasn't that much, but I guess he's just taking precautions, making sure it's not getting in his vision. But normally, for that amount of blood, to your point, they not stopping the fight. For that. It has to be a bad cut for them to stop the fight. It has to be
pouring blood for you to sit here and be like, all right, hold on, wait, bring the medical team.
Right.
But no, like, it didn't start getting really competitive till round 6, and it was like, all right, now we got a fight. Now we got something going on. And I can see, like, Canelo starting to find his ground just a little bit, but then Bud just pulling once again, bouncing right back once again, and like, there was nothing he could do at a certain point, and it was just like, all right, final round, go out there, throw everything that you got, caution at the win. Fuck it, if you get knocked out, you get knocked out, but at least you went out fighting.
Yeah. No, that JB, I agree with you so much, and I'm I'm gonna break it down, bro, because I have been waiting on this fight, and to me, it didn't. I'm not gonna say it fully lived up to the hype, but it was up there though. Like it didn't miss the mark by much.
Yeah,
because these are
better than the Tyson fight that we got on
man,
Netflix.
it was always gonna be better than the Tyson fight.
Anything that you could have gave us was better than that.
No, because these are two people at. Well, I won't say Canelo's at the peak now, but he's at the top of the game. Like, he's towards the latter half of his career now. I mean, over 60 fucking professional fights.
Yeah.
He's not going to be in the ring much longer, but he is one of the best to ever do it at his class and, some of the divisions that he's fought in. And Bud Crawford kind of being the modern day. And I think with this fight, maybe the modern day guy on top. I won't say GOAT, but I will say he maybe is in that conversation of this generation's boxing GOAT. Because just, man, when you look at his resume, it is quite the fucking resume.
Yeah.
For a guy that got shot in the head in 2008 to reach the heights that he has reached, bro. And he has now done this twice to where he has moved up significantly in weight class and been able to defeat the person in that weight class and become champion, bro. Shout out to Bud Crawford, bro. He fought an amazing fight, and you don't get the bells and whistles with Crawford. He's very to the point. That's kind of what I like about him. He's very just straightforward, family dude. He's not rah-rah, he's somebody very even keeled. He doesn't get too high or too low, but when he gets in that ring, he is a fucking killer, bro. And that's what you saw from this Canelo fight. So yeah, let's go through it, bro, because like you said, the commentators, and shout out to Max Kellerman. I thought he did a great job on commentary. I love him calling
Max
boxing.
needs to stick to boxing.
Dog,
I like him doing
that's
boxing.
his sweet spot for sure. I like him doing sports too, but boxing is just like that's his shit though. Boxing is his shit. Like, so it was good to hear him on the broadcast. I thought the presentation was wonderful. It was a big fight feel. Like I said, it lived up to the hype in a lot of ways. And this felt like a super fighter, once in a maybe generation type of fight. The biggest fight definitely since Mayweather Pacquiao, I would say.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's like hands down. But yeah, so we get into it. Rounds 1 through 4. I easily gave those rounds to Crawford. And I know commentary was kind of trying to give Canelo, okay, maybe he run round 4 here, or maybe he kind of mixed it up in round 2 here. But to me, from the outset, this was just Terrence Crawford finding his range, and he was the fighter with the longer range in this fight. So this was just him finding his range and being able to exploit that range. But I think what Canelo was like kind of surprised about was the power. Like, Terrence Crawford has power. Like, everybody knows that. But the story of this fight going in was, Terrence Crawford moving up in weight. Canelo's the bigger fighter. Is his punches going to have an effect on Canelo? And he didn't get knocked out or anything. So I give him credit for that. But I think once he tasted that power and just what Crawford was coming with, I think he didn't necessarily game plan for how much power that he actually had. And as the course of the fight went on, it kind of wears you down over the course of a fight. And I think that's what we saw, on top of the fact that Bud is the fighter with the longer reach. So he already had an advantage in that department. But, 1 through 4 happens. I felt like Crawford won all 4, but
you could maybe give 3 to Canelo.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, if you're judging on a card like that. To your point, I feel like during those rounds, like, they were both feeling each other out.
Yeah, of course. 1 and 2 is filling out.
Canelo was trying to set up something. He was trying to set up that big knockout.
He was.
And it just wasn't working for him. And that's, as you said, you started to get tired out more and more as those rounds keep going on, because you're still trying to set up this knockout that's just not happening.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm glad you said that, because in round 3, that was kind of the switch to where, some of the judges were favoring Canelo. And in the first 2 rounds, it was a lot of filling out. But what you notice is Canelo went to the body a lot. And that is a strategy that he likes to utilize. That's not nothing foreign, but he made a concerted effort to try to get to the body. And I think one thing that went underrated about this fight is Terrence Crawford's defense. His defense in this fight was better than expected, and low key, he had one of the best defensive fights I think I've ever seen him have. But to that credit, Canelo was having trouble trying to get to that body, bro, and he likes to set up the body so he can headhunt. And that's what the commentators was calling out. Okay, Canelo's warming up in round 3. He's going to start headhunting soon. And to his credit, he did some of that.
Yeah, he did get a couple in, and I remember.
I would say round 5 was the last good round that Canelo was able to go out there and get, because he got a little more aggressive. He started headhunting you a little more. But even over the course of him maybe winning round 3 and round 5, Bud Crawford was holding his ground, and he was killing him with combinations, bro. The hand speed of Bud Crawford also caught Canelo by surprise.
He caught him off guard.
Yeah, because it was some of the combos he was putting together on Canelo, albeit he didn't get knocked down or he didn't get stunned by, but he was getting caught. He was definitely getting caught.
Definitely getting tagged.
And those add up on the scorecards, bro. And it's funny, I hit a parlay on this fight. And one of the legs on this fight was for Bud Crawford to have the most punches landed. And boy, did he ever, bro. He went out there and put on a masterclass in terms of landing punches. But
I remember seeing the scorecard too that they put up down at the bottom, the little ticker, and it was like 40 to 70 or something ridiculous like that. I'm
crazy.
Like, but we gotten this far.
But they was still trying to give Canelo rounds, and I'm sitting at home like, bro, I'm not tripping. I'm not a professional judge. Don't get me wrong, but
From my eyes, my viewpoint, I'm like, bro, no.
I've watched boxing since 12 years old, bro. I know what a good boxer, like a good boxing is, and for probably half of that fight, Canelo got outboxed, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. It's just
are we watching the same fight?
Like,
this is completely different on my end.
And to your point, like midway through the fight, once Canelo got more aggressive, it did become more of a competitive contest. But where it turned was round 6. Round 6, Canelo tried to come out, but I think at that point, Bud Crawford figured out, okay, I know his patterns. I know how to not get cornered, because Canelo likes to cut off the ring, but he did not do a good job of it in this fight, especially in the latter half of the fight, because Bud Crawford was just able to keep his movement. His lateral movement was fucking impeccable.
Definitely great ring awareness. He knows when, like, are you trying to back him down here? Nope.
Yep. And it helps having a longer reach in those situations too, because it's easier to pep. Okay, I'm gonna move. Pep real quick. Okay, let me get out. And Bud Crawford, once again, his defense in the latter half of that fight was fucking immaculate, bro. And that was a big reason to why he won this fight. But it turned in round 6, because that's when Bud Crawford, I felt like, had confidence, like, okay, I'm winning this fight, and now I'm about to take it to him. And not only did he come after him a little bit, he was beating Canelo at his own game. Canelo is a great counterpuncher. He is somebody throughout his career that has made his bones. And okay, if you want to get aggressive with me, I know how to hang back and counterpunch too, and I will knock you the fuck out. You did not see that in this fight. Bud Crawford beat him at his own game. He was able to go in there, and when Canelo came in heavy, pop, combination, move. Pop, combination, move. And it got to a point to where it was just like, bro, this is really like Bud Crawford is going to win this fight. I would say by round 9, I knew Crawford had this shit in the bag. Oh, yeah. Like, as long as he didn't get knocked out, I'm like, bro, this is his fight to lose. Like, and once again, this is not to say Canelo's a scrub. He went out there and fought a decent fight. But I just think that there were some things that he was not prepared for that Bud Crawford brought to his doorstep, and that's what makes Bud Crawford that damn good. I took him from the outset. I said that Bud Crawford could win a fight like this. He had moved up in weight class before. He has no problem with bigger fighters, bro. And the fact that he was able to go in there and hold his own, bro, and he looked like he'd been that weight class his whole fucking career. Like, he did not lose a step. And I think him being the smaller fighter also helps, because his energy, like, he was able to he didn't look tired not once during that fight. And Canelo made an effort to go to his body, and he ain't look tired not once that whole fight, bro.
He just looked so comfortable after a certain point.
He was in cruise control.
It was just, as you say, he was in cruise control, because after round 6, it was just like, all right, you know what? I got things in hand. Let me try some things out. See if, if Canelo's going to fall for it. If not, all right, no matter what, I know I'm still in control. And as you said, you went up in the weight class to take on this fight, and he didn't seem like anything phased him. Like, just like nothing, don't change up anything different than what you're doing. Just keep up who I am in this boxing match. And that's exactly what he did. Didn't try anything new. Didn't try to improve on himself. He just did his same fight style just to Canelo. That was it.
It was very smart. It was smart but aggressive. He knew when to pick his shots and when not to. He knew even when they got inside, when Canelo was able to get inside a little bit, he didn't get unfazed. He didn't try to do something that he not uncharacteristically, is used to doing. Like, he went in there, he stayed calm. And I just thought, like, he fought a brilliant fight, bro. And he didn't normally with putting on extra weight, that affects your pace a little bit. You get a little bit slower, bro. He looked just as fast as ever. Hand speed was just as fast as ever. And this is what makes Bud Crawford that damn good, bro. And he needs to be in the conversation of modern day GOATs, bro. Like, I'm not ready to say he's the guy, but I think he's within the top 3 easily of this generation, easily. And this is at a time where you're not getting a lot of household names in boxing a lot. Like, you say what you want because of promotions, because of the way the money shakes out. You don't get a lot of these type of fights, but when you do, you normally see who the best of the best are. And listen, Canelo, you've had a great career. Not saying your career is over by any stretch, but his last couple fights have not been kind to him. And maybe that's something he does need to look at and maybe go back to the drawing board with, because he kind of had this problem in his last fight. And not to say that he didn't take, but he absolutely took Bud serious. But you can't keep having fights that look like this, that look more and more one-sided as they go along, bro. Like, that was so uncharacteristic of Canelo, to go out there and just look like the way he did, bro. And I just felt like there was some shit he wasn't ready for that Bud brought to his doorstep. But congratulations to Bud, bro. Well deserving champion. I believe he's a 4-division champion now. Man, and he continues to write the story, bro. And I cannot wait to see him mix it up again. I would love to see a rematch between these two.
That would be nice. I would like that.
I think we will get that just based on the names that these guys are. And the show of respect between these two, the sportsmanship.
Oh, yes.
Classy as ever, bro. That's what you love to see at the end of like I said, it was a competitive fight, but it was ass whooping at the same time. Like, I know it's hard to categorize, but it just from a boxing standpoint, pure boxing standpoint, it was we got to call it like we see it, bro. It was ass kicking.
I agree with you completely. And as you said, the competitiveness of both these guys, the sportsmanship that both they had, because there was a couple, low below the belt shots that Canelo was like, oh, shoot, my bad. That's on me. That's on me.
That can happen.
It can happen, but like, he manned up to it. He owned up to it and said, all right, cool, my bad. Won't happen again.
Yeah.
The fight kept continuing rolling on as well.
Even with the stoppage, I thought the referee was pretty spot on as well. Like, he was making sure, like, we got a lot of action. It was a lot of like grabbing in this fight, and I love that. Like, they was in there throwing them. Like, it was a lot of, pacing, but they were just essentially throwing them, and no man looked overly tired. Canelo a little bit towards the end of the fight, but they was in there mixing it up. It wasn't a lot of grabbing and holding, so the ref was able to stay out of it. He called a very clean fight, and I thought he did a phenomenal job, bro. But all in all, this was a great night of entertainment for boxing fans. Like, for any diehard boxing fans, this is exactly what you wanted to see. And maybe you didn't get the result that you wanted, if you're a Canelo fan, but man, you got to give it up for Bud. You got to give it up for just the masterclass, and it was a masterclass that he put on.
Speaking of results, shout out to my nephew Angel, who was giving me a lot of shit that whole weekend about, oh no, Canelo got this, bro. Canelo got this. No, Bud ain't got nothing on him. And then after the match, I texted him. He didn't text me back.
He hit you with the ghost.
So I was like, hey, yo, Bud won. Now what?
Yeah, now don't get ghost now, big dog.
I didn't get a text back. But anyway, shout out to you, Angel, for, just being you, man.
Yeah, dog. Shout out, man. Yeah, don't get ghost now, man. But so I took it you had Bud from the outset too?
Oh, yeah, I had Bud. He took Canelo, and I was like, nah, man, this Bud all day. Oh, no, Canelo got this, cuz. Canelo got this. Nah.
I can't blame people thinking that way, because the cards were technically stacked against Terrence Crawford. But I know I've seen this man fight. I know what he's capable of. And to me, like I said, he's moved up in weight class before. And that was the whole narrative, the whole like leading up to and during the fight. Oh, how will he overcome Canelo's size and power? Oh, how will he do it? And he did it flawlessly, bro. fucking flawlessly. But shout out to Bud. I'm looking forward to his next fight. Maybe he moves back down. You know, you could see him and Shakur mix it up. I don't know what his next fight looks like, but I would love to see a rematch between those two for sure.
I would definitely love to see that too.
But he is the man to beat right now. To be the man, you got to beat the man, as the great Ric Flair said. And right now, Bud Crawford is the man to beat. I would say he's the best pound for pound fighter right now in boxing, maybe besides Alexander Usyk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, heavyweight champion of the world, who is a fucking dog. I can't wait to call his next fight as well. But yeah, with that, man, I guess we can move on to wrestling. We got more boxing coming in the next iteration, because we got to go over some of these scheduled fights coming up. Like, what the fuck is going? We are in bizarro world right now with some of these
fights don't make sense, but whatever.
We are in the spectacle age of boxing, and we've had spectacles in boxing, you know, in the early 2000s and 90s and shit like that. Don't get me wrong. Butterbean was a thing. Like, don't get me wrong, but this shit is getting kind of out of hand now. And these cash grabs, bro, oh my God. But we will get into it. Yeah. But for right now, I definitely want to focus on Wrestlepalooza, bro. And this one was crazy. And I wanted to see if you can pull up the match card. We'll go match by match, seeing that, you know, it was such a short card. But there were some things in here that I liked. That actually, I ain't gonna lie, there was some shit in here that actually caught me by surprise. And
really?
We'll start it off with presentation, because my greatest fear was WWE going to ESPN, bro. I'm like, oh, it's over. Like, the viewing experience is gonna be ruined and shit like that. Bro, I'm not gonna hold you, and I'm gonna want to get your thoughts on this too. I thought the ESPN broadcast was fucking phenomenal, bro.
Really?
Phenomenal. I'm not gonna hold you. It was better than Peacock. It was better than fucking, where else they stream at?
Peacock, Netflix.
It was it was, man,
USA
shitting
Network,
on Netflix.
CBS.
Yeah, so I'm not even counting like
NBC,
regular network
NBC.
TV. I mean, as far as like streaming goes, like the intro to Wrestlepalooza with the sports mixed in with wrestling, like,
I do
intro,
like that. I did like that.
Shit was great. Triple H bringing the crowd up. That the crowd was hot in Indy. Shout out to Indy, y'all never disappoint. Shout out to my boy Freddie Feld as well, Indiana native. But
there are some things we got to talk about that crowd too, because apparently some of y'all need to wash up when y'all go to these events. I seen on Twitter that someone had to be removed from the floor because they smelled just was too horrible.
The BO was that bad?
The BO was that bad that they had to be removed from the floor.
Big dog.
And a couple of people had to like relocate on the floor seats because of the smell. So just wash up.
Yeah, please.
Before
bro.
You go to these events, people. Please.
I understand if you a big nerd and you just stay in your house all the time. I get it, bro. But if you gonna step out into the public, dog, just throw some deodorant on, man. Like, we all gotta be bunched together, bro, for these 4 or 5 hours of programming. Like, you can't be getting removed for the BO, dog. That's crazy work.
It was bad.
Talk about embarrassing.
And before I give my take, ESPN did do a write up and put it on their site of what they thought of Wrestlepalooza, and it is not good.
Oh, what? Whoa! Wait a minute, I missed this.
It is not good. So this just came out this morning, but WWE Wrestlepalooza final grade C.
Okay.
The excellent Stephanie Vicura and Sky Matt saved this show from being truly average.
Match of the night.
It was a phenomenal display inside the square circle. Everything else was either underwhelming or a setup for a future match. For a card that promised to have epic moments, it fell a little short of expectation. And that is the full script write-up for Wrestlepalooza by ESPN.
That is crazy work, bro. And I'm not mad at that, actually, because I feel like that in a lot of ways about this event. Although, like I said, the in-ring was actually pretty well throughout the night. But just, I want to get your thoughts on just like the whole ESPN presentation. I thought the ads were tasteful. It wasn't like in my face constantly, besides TKO and what they gonna do.
Yeah.
And we already know that about TKO at this point.
They're about their money, yeah.
But I thought ESPN was only gonna add to that and make it worse. I can't lie, bro. I thought the way they presented the ads was great. Now, mind you, I was watching off of a stream. I was watching a replay because I watched it the next morning.
Yeah.
So if y'all were affected by commercials, I stand corrected. But from my viewing experience, the way it was set up, I'm like, bro, this is kind of smooth.
I don't think I was affected by the commercials, because I will say the intro was amazing.
That shit was fire.
I love the intro.
Fire.
You got a new intro as well, and I don't think the commercials truly affected, because it was like they gave you the full match, and then it was like afterwards, all right, let's go to commercial now. So they didn't really try to break it up or anything like that. I will say I'm sick of the sponsors on the mat. There was just way too many.
But that's a TKO thing. That's TKO. That's not ESPN.
On the ring apron, the ring post, the tables.
It's atrocious, bro.
It's just getting too much right now, but
it's been too much.
Overall, I do think the Stephanie and Io Sky match kind of saved this, because everything else was just plain. I was told that we were supposed to get surprises. It's going to be spectacular. Everything's going to be over the top big. You didn't really give me that.
Well,
this was basically Saturday night main event, but for $39.99.
Right. No, I definitely agree with that, and I think that WWE kind of fell into, okay, we just out of nowhere kind of signed this deal with ESPN. We want to give them the best show possible. So I think they promised a lot of stuff that they just could not deliver on in the time that they had to promote this show. And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I was really anti-Wrestlepalooza all the way leading up until the event. Like, the event actually kind of like woke me up a little bit. It was like, okay, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. But leading up to it, I hated the build for the matches. I hated the fucking logo. I hated the fact it was gonna be on ESPN.
I hated the fact that Drake was the theme song.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Nokia is the theme song for no.
I'm not gonna lie, that song done kind of grew on. I didn't like that song at first. That song done kind of grew on me, but I'm not mad at that, because you want a high profile song as your theme song for the event. But the name Wrestlepalooza, I can't.
It was really corny. That was corny.
What? Y'all couldn't have thought up no better shit than that. And the fact that they was trying to parade it around like it was gonna be like one of their big 4 shows, like Royal Rumble, Survivor Series,
don't do that.
Like, bro, it was never gonna live up to that, bro. And I felt like they, under the circumstances, tried to write a check that they ass couldn't cash, and that's what this show fell victim to ultimately.
I mean, pretty much.
Although, like I said, some of the in-ring work wasn't the worst. I think that most of the matches were well wrestled. For most of them, some better than others. Like you said, we will get into the match by match, because the Stephanie, the women put on, like Stephanie Verker and Io, match of the night, hands down, easily. But I also feel like because of some of the shows, and you know what, let's get into the match by match. Let's get into the match by match.
So they opened the night with John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Obviously, Brock Lesnar went over, basically kind of destroyed Cena with a couple F5s.
Classic.
And I don't know about you, but for like a farewell tour, I didn't like that John Cena just got demolished by this in front of the millions of little kids that he brought out there.
What else was he gonna do?
Shirt. Like,
the minute they booked him,
destroyed this man.
The minute they booked him, and nothing reminds you that John Cena is the GOAT than getting destroyed by Brock Lesnar. Like, what was the point? Shit.
It's a farewell tour. Aren't you supposed to just be playing your hits and like taking your victory lap? Now you're just getting destroyed by Cena.
Yeah, but
Brock.
I like the fact that it ain't just been him just winning. Like, we saw him lose to Cody. We now see him get fucking decimated by Brock. But the minute that, and I heard that this was John Cena requested. So, that's the whole reason why they even, went into the bag to bring Brock back and shit like that. Because I think they wanted to bring him back before, but they were really teetering. TKO was teetering on, okay, if we bring him back, how will this look?
Yeah.
Like, he's really attached to this Vince shit, and they are anti-Vince at this point. I was surprised they put him in the video package for the intro. Yeah. But it was early. That was early.
Yeah, it was early.
Man. That was before he started wilding out. So it made sense in that regard. But like, the minute they booked him against Brock, I knew what the fuck bro. When is it, Brock? When is he ever bro? If he had to went in there and did some Super Cena shit to Brock, I would have been in here calling all bullshit. I'm not gonna lie to you. So at least the result was realistic, because, man, come on, bro. Brock, has demolished him the last, 3 or 4 times he's seen Cena, bro. Like, Cena's record against Brock is not good, and it never has been.
I was just hopeful for something else, but
bro, what did you expect? John Cena has 5 moves in the chamber. He can barely execute those 5 moves at this point. And yeah, bro, you going in there against fucking Brock? It's Suplex City all day, and I'm about to F5 you to death. And I knew what this was going to be, and it turned out to be even a little bit worse than what I originally thought. Because I knew he was going to get his ass beat, but I thought they was going to give Cena a little more offense. No, it was a dog walking, bro, in the words of Jacob Fatu.
I don't know the time limit on it, but I want to say they gave him like 10, 12 minutes.
Yeah, of ass whooping. Yeah.
And that was it.
Nothing reminds you that he is the GOAT than getting his ass whooped by
that
Brock,
was it.
Bro.
And Cena just walked back to the back quietly, like, all right, this happened. On to the next one.
Yeah, so, I mean, this to me says that, they're going to show him a lot of love in this final stretch because we are in the final stretch now. I think they maybe are trying to set up an elimination chamber match to where Brock can be involved. Because notice, Paul Heyman did his introduction.
Yep.
And that shit was fire, by the way. The classic Paul Heyman using the John Cena fucking template and just making it his own. I love Paul Heyman, bro. He is a fucking bro. Put that man in the Hall of Fame today. But yeah, no, I think they are trying to set up maybe Brock working with the Vision, not being a member.
That's what I was going to ask you next. Do you see him joining the Vision?
No, but I see him being a hired mercenary that can really ruin the Vision's plans if they treat him the wrong way. And I think that's what it's going to kind of lead to. I think that Brock's going to come in as a hired gun, and him and Seth ain't going to see eye to eye because of their history. And it's going to be some shit going into War Games. And we all know Survivor Series is War Games. Now, they might as well just rename it War Games.
Now, pretty much.
You're going to get a War Games match between the Vision and Brock, probably against LA Knight, the Usos, and Cena, and whoever the fuck else. And maybe even Cody, because you got an interaction on the post show, which I don't never stick around for the post show.
I saw that clip.
Yeah, but you got an interaction between him and Seth. Does that mean anything? We don't know, but we know they got history too. But I think that's what it's leading to. So with that in mind, I don't think it was the worst decision to have Brock just go in there and absolutely destroy John Cena. And it is what it is. They gonna kiss a lot of Cena ass going into December.
I hope so.
No, dude, come on, bro. He's a baby face again. The crowd was cheering him the whole time he getting his ass whooped. Like Tyrese Halliburton was out there looking like a child, bro. He was out there looking like his hero was getting destroyed. I'm like, bro, you grown as hell, dog. Like, he was out there with the puppy dog eyes.
A lot of people's hero got destroyed.
I feel bad for them kids, though. Them kids
is, oh.
You know that pissed Brock Lesnar off even more, seeing them come out with all them kids. That's why I love that. Listen, like, say what you want about Brock. I love his just not give a fuck attitude, bro. I have always loved that about him. You know, when all them kids came out with Cena's interest, that just made him want to fuck John Cena up even more. Like, boy, when I get in this ring, I'm finna beat his ass. Oh, man.
So I know we're running short on time, so we'll try to run through the rest of these. It wasn't that big of a card, but
yeah.
Next up, you had the Usos versus Division, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and special guest referee LA Knight. Obviously, Division, Bronson Reed and Breaker, they kind of won this. Jay actually got hurt. He is in concussion protocol right now. A chair shot that bounced off of Breaker's back, smacked him in the head, busted him open, and LA Knight actually had to call some of the matches because Jay didn't know where he was at a certain point in time in this match.
I hate that LA Knight did it so loud. He kind of has this habit to where he calls his spots extremely fucking loud. Like, hey, Spear. Yeah, like, but great job on him noticing
everything. Yeah,
especially him not being an official referee. That was fucking great for him to get that out of there. And yeah, you just hope Jey Uso is okay. You saw the blood kind of running down his face when that happened. And yeah, he was fucked up.
Freaked out.
Yeah, he was fucked up for real. And he's probably got a concussion, but we hope that he is okay. But yeah, this was a match to push Division. No surprise there. They kind of got to make them look strong, and they have not done a good job of the Uso reunion being a big thing. Because it should be treated as a big thing, and it just has not been, bro. And I'm kind of disappointed by that. There is some intrigue there with the Jey Uso LA Knight element, like them kind of beefing, but at the same time, like, I feel like a lot of fans are kind of just, I won't say the ship has sailed on Jey Uso being a title contender, but a lot of people are looking toward LA Knight getting that push finally, which I'm a big LA Knight fan.
Mhm.
I want to see that as well. But I think that's kind of where it is now. And now you seeing Jey Uso, and with Jimmy, they never do Jimmy right. They are on this losing
They
streak.
will never.
Yeah, they on this little losing streak, man. So I just hope that the Usos can come out looking a little bit better than what they have looked. But this match was pretty I won't say pedestrian, but it's what I expected.
It is what I expected as well too. I wanted to see more with Jay and LA Knight, that interaction, but maybe just wasn't the time for it, given what happened to Jay as well too. Maybe you can
they
build
can
on
play that
through
into the story. Hey,
Yeah.
I looked out for you. Shit. You got busted over. You had a concussion. I looked out for you. Maybe they can play it into the story, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. After that, you had CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. The outfits in this match were a little different, but I do know the reason behind it as well too. Obviously Seth and Becky came out in the full. They descended upon us like they was fucking Ric Flair or Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania, something like that. But their outfits were dedicated to, I believe, the Suicide Hotline.
Yeah,
and AJ Lee and CM Punk were the LGBTQ plus.
Yeah, and I'm not mad
which was really cool and nice that they did that.
I'm not mad at the outfits at all. I repeat, I hate one of my wrestling pet peeves. I hate mixed tag matches, bro.
Really?
I can't stand them, bro. Especially with big time wrestlers like CM Punk and Seth Rollins. And listen, I don't want this to trample AJ Lee coming back. I am ecstatic that she is back.
She did look a little rusty.
Yo, I'm so glad you brought that up.
She looked a little rusty.
I did not want to come in here and play hater, but she was struggling getting into them finishing moves, bro. She was struggling, dog. But it's to be expected. A lot of ring rust there. I know she's been training and shit too, but when you get out there in the heat of it, it's a little bit different. But I don't want that to trample my happiness that AJ Lee is back, because she is phenomenal. Like, she was one of my favorite women when she was around. She helped revolutionize women's wrestling in terms of WWE anyway. But no, she was one of those people at the forefront. I can't stand, it's a fucking 2K25 storyline, bro. And it's like, bro, I don't want to see that shit. And then it's like, okay, the men can't hit the women, so it's always that spot where the women's hitting on the dude, they can't do nothing, and just
here comes a lady.
Yeah, it's just I hate mixed tag matches, bro. AJ Lee comes back, you can 1v1 her and Becky Lynch, and we can get our 1v1 of Seth and Punk, bro. Like, I do not want to see them together in the ring at the same time. For what purpose did it serve?
I mean,
what story did it further?
Their story, but
what in their story did it push?
Well, nothing really. Like, this is just,
bro, it's kid shit,
it's
bro.
Just added extra, I guess.
Kid shit. Unless the man gonna start beating the shit out the ladies, these matches are pointless,
that's
bro.
Not gonna happen.
And I know that. I'm talking shit. Yeah, trigger warning for everybody. I'm playing, y'all. But
that's not gonna happen on Netflix,
but
NBC.
It's still PG WWE. We know that's not happening. So it's just like, what are the point of these? I can't stand them, bro. I really felt like I was watching my 2K25 My Rise story in a fucking match that was the co-main event almost. Like, it, and the match itself, like, we knew we wasn't gonna get slopped with all of those people in the ring. Like, it was it kept your attention, but overall,
interest, but it wasn't what you wanted.
Yeah, it's just like, bro, I don't want to see this, bro. Like, just get on with the next fucking match. Like, and I hate that all these people that I like a lot were in this match, but I hate mixed tag matches, bro.
Hopefully the story gets better with them, and there's more to come with that. But following that up, you had the Women's World Championship, Io Sky versus Stephanie Vikura. Stephanie gets her title. She wins it, breaks down emotionally in the ring. Her parents are outside the ring as well, too. She goes over and congratulates. These two women put on a show.
Well deserved for her. She's been a force, in the indies. She came to WWE, was able to get over with the fans pretty quickly, and bro, she is a technician in the ring. So I knew when her and Io was gonna mix it up. You know how much I love Io. Like those two are two of the best women on the roster right now. and they went out there and didn't disappoint, bro. This was a back and forth affair. A lot of them got, or both of them got really good offense in. Those, the sell job by EO was fucking immaculate on those dragon screw leg pulls.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, them bitches, bro, them shit make me wince a little bit, bro. I'm like, god damn, but
her Spanish fly too from the, oh my god.
Yeah, bro, her taking the knee pads off, hitting her with the straight knees, like EO can do no wrong in the ring, and she is going to get her opportunity again. But I love the fact that they put new blood, with the championship since Naomi had to vacate. Stephanie Vaquer is going to be a great champion as long as they get her proper stories. And in terms of the Raw women's division, she got a lot to choose from, bro. You got Rhea still there. Who else? Of course, EO is there. Yeah. We'll probably get a rematch at some point.
Asuka still around.
Asuka, and I think they're building EO and Asuka toward WrestleMania time. I would love to see that. But as of right now, Asuka is one of those ladies that can go out there and challenge her as well.
Bayley story is really interesting as well too. I don't know where they're going to go.
Bayley, Lyra, she got
Lyra can go on.
I know you don't like Lyra, but they are pushing her, like, in terms of like giving her shit. They are keeping her in story, so I feel like they have a lot of like good faith in her. So, but that's, even if she don't win, that is another good challenger for Stephanie. They go back to NXT. So, a lot of good story there, and she's going to be a great champion.
And finally, to end the night, you had the undisputed WWE Championship versus Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. I'm gonna be real with you. This was boring. I really was not super interested in this match at all, and this was just like, all right, we got a championship match to end the night.
All right, is this a biased answer from you, just because you don't like Drew?
No, it's not even that. I just felt that this match didn't have any juice to it at all. Like,
the build-up wasn't the greatest.
What I wanted.
And the build-up wasn't the greatest.
We just threw this in there just to give you a championship match to Wrestlepalooza. Honestly, you could have ended the night with Stephanie winning the title. But I would have liked that a lot more.
Right. But that's the problem with a lot of these matches on this card, is that they just have not fucking built some of these stories properly. The most build you got was the fucking mixed tag match.
Yeah.
So it's just like, bro, and I get you. I wouldn't say boring. No, I'm not gonna go that far. Like, the match was boring. The match itself was good to me, but it was a run of the mill, just like the mixed tag match. Y'all could have had that on Raw, and I don't even like that being a main event on Raw. But in terms of this title match, it was a SmackDown heavyweight title match. And, Drew, I think Drew is fucking phenomenal. He did a great job in this match. I can't wait for him to finally get his comeuppance, because he has to get it at some point.
I hope so, because y'all just playing this man out over and over
and
over.
Bro. And you saw how they had the ref controversy in there to kind of keep that going and give him a reason to where he didn't look bad. I like that. But yeah, it's just like, it's a typical, all right, let's give Cody an opponent to move him to the next stage or whatever his.
That's what I thought too. It was like, it's just another random opponent for Cody to win, and then we'll figure it out once the match is over with who he takes on next.
I'll ask this on the next show as maybe like an icebreaker. I'm gonna give you time to sit on it though. Is it, these last two Cody title reigns have been kind of similar in that regard. Like, it just seems like, okay, let's just give him an opponent to get him to the next opponent.
Yep.
Do you think that's more on WWE and booking, or is that more on Cody as champion? Don't answer.
Yeah.
Sit on that, pause.
Yeah.
We will get to that on the combo episode. But no, I thought this match was it was just okay. It wasn't like extraordinary, but it wasn't bad by any means. I wasn't bored with it. It was just like, okay, I expected this.
It was just like, you playing the hits. I know what's going to happen. I know the end result. So let's just get to that.
And that's probably why I was boring, because it was predictable. And that's what it was predictable. It wasn't boring, but predictable.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So yeah, real quick, let's give our ratings, and we'll conclude.
This was bad. I'm sorry. Aside from the ladies, this is a 1 count.
Damn.
This was bad for me. I was expecting a lot more first night on ESPN, and you disappointed.
Damn. All right. Give me a 1, 2 kick out. Man, kick out at 2. I so bad wanted to get us a 3, and it kind of started like I was going to give it a 3, but it turned into a 2 pretty quick, just based on the type of matches, the builds that we had. And yeah, just they didn't deliver on a lot of shit that we were promised, but I think WWE backed themselves into a corner.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
they will get better. I know they will definitely get better.
Yeah. But I'm actually, ESPN broadcast kind of impressed me. So we'll see what that looks like going forward. So, bro.
So
I got to talk to you about these fucking gimmick ass. Well, one of them is
like, they're not gimmick.
Well,
one is gimmick.
One is very gimmick. We'll go from level of worst to okay. I see what they trying to get at, but Mayweather Tyson, dog. That's what we doing.
Hey, it's some money. It's a money grab. You know this. I don't know what's going on with Mayweather or Tyson, their money situation as it is, but
hold on. Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Iron Mike Tyson. Do we realize like the size difference? One.
I mean,
that's not even close.
If we're talking about size difference, you gotta also bring back that this man was in the WWE at a certain point in time, took on the Big Show.
He did. But it's wrestling, and not to hate on wrestling. Y'all know I love wrestling, but at the same time, it's wrestling. You can get away with that in wrestling. In boxing, like what the fuck are we doing here?
I just think that they're both bored. Like they're like.
I think it's an element of that.
They got the itch. They want to come back and just do something. I don't know. And they just know that like boxing is their thing. So it's, hey, does anybody want to fight? Anybody looking for a fight? No, you, no.
I ain't gonna lie. The forefather for what we see with like Jake Paul and, doing these fights against the retired UFC guys and shit like that. The forefather of that was Floyd Mayweather, because make no mistake, he was out here toward the end of his career, and after his career was over, he's out here boxing Conor McGregor. He fought like a fucking a kickboxer dude in fucking what was that, the Philippines or some shit, something wild that was televised. Like he's done a lot of these gimmick type fights, so there's no surprise for Mayweather. And I hate to do this because I don't want to like speak on people's pockets, because what our version of broke and their version of broke is two different brokes. Like my broke is actually I'm scraping pennies on the dollar. Like, but Floyd Mayweather, I'm not gonna come out here and say he's broke. I don't believe that.
No,
but at the same time, he is in a position to where he maybe has to do these fights.
Maybe he's made some bad business decisions down the line, and it's just like, hey, I need to recuperate some funds, and this is going to help right now.
And seeing what happened with Tyson and the Jake Paul shit from last year and what a spectacle that was, but the payday that came at the end of that, I feel like Tyson is kind of in that boat too, along with the fact that what you brought up is like a little bit of, okay, I still got the itch to do it. Physically, I can't do it at the level and consistency I was doing it before. Because, I mean, that's a grind, bro. Like, if you are a full-time boxer, you spend a good 6 months out of your year just training. That ain't even for the fight. The fight is one night, bro. Yeah. You got fight. You got maybe 2 to 3 months of recovery. Then I'm right back in the gym. A majority of your time is spent on the grind when it comes to boxing or any, like, major fighting. Like, so it's tough, bro. But I feel for people that were once great, that I can't do it like I could before, but I'm still passionate about it, and I still want to be able to make money off of it. And when you look in terms of like Floyd Mayweather, for example, not to say he can't have success doing anything else, but what else? I mean, boxing is all he knows.
Boxing is all he knows, and I'll flip it on you on this. What if Tyson just wants some redemption from the Paul fight? Because he's heard people talk about him. He's heard all the shit that people have said. He's just like, hey, let me get one more fight in to show you that, you know what, I was a little rusty.
Yeah.
I came in unprepared, and this time, like, hey, I can still go at people.
I wouldn't completely dismiss that, but I just feel like when you're Iron Mike Tyson and you've had the career that you've had, and now you sit today in your 60s and you're still out here doing this shit. I think he might not be 60 yet, but he's up there.
Close.
Yeah, no, he's definitely bordering 60. I don't think, like, people always say, why are you doing this? It's tarnishing your legacy and shit like that. If I'm not boxing full time and doing it competitively anyway, my legacy is cemented. Like, unfortunately, even with Mayweather, like, there's nothing you can really do to his legacy at this point. Now you can question, how his last 10 fights kind of went down, like I do. You can question, the hand-picked opponents and shit like that. But his legacy is cemented, and anything that he does after he hangs him up from competitive, like, year after year boxing, it's nothing you can really do to tarnish him at this point. So I don't think that matters for Mike Tyson personally. I don't know. I could be wrong in that, but I just think at this point, I don't give a fuck. Like, I got my payday. Like, I don't care what the public, especially with Mike Tyson, who is notoriously not giving a fuck about anything the public has thrown his way. Like, I'm iron fucking Mike Tyson. I don't care about that. Like, I just wanted to get out here and get this check and put a little work in, and I did that. And I get to do that again against a Floyd Mayweather, who, once again, like I said, he's done these type of gimmick ass fights, and I don't want to see it as a fan. I don't necessarily want to see it, but I'm gonna watch.
I mean,
they got me. Like, I hate to say it, they got me.
Going to watch. I'm assuming it's going to be on Netflix, so obviously I'm going to watch.
It's going to be a disaster. It's going to be all of that. Like, make no mistake, it's not going to be disaster. Good boxing by any stretch of the imagination. It's going to be all over the place. They're going to get gassed pretty quickly, and the fight itself is probably only going to be like 6 rounds. It's not going to be a long.
They're not giving the full?
No, hell no, not at this point. Not with Tyson and Floyd Mayweather. This shit, the most Tyson could probably do at this point is 10. Like, even the Jake Paul fight was 8 rounds. So, yeah, no. You can't do 12. 12 is a different animal, bro. Like, that's there. It's a reason, like, only competitive boxers that box really go 12, because that shit's not easy, bro.
So they're giving them 6. Damn.
It would be 6, no more than 8. Like, it might be 8 rounds, but I highly doubt that.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Because when Mike Tyson fought, what's his name? My dog from the 2000s. Fuck. Roy Jones Jr. When he fought him, that was 2022, 2021 when he fought him. That was only a 6-round exhibition, and they threw it on DAZN or whatever, and it was what it was. Mike Tyson destroyed him, by the way. But yeah, at that point, it's like, bro, people like Roy Jones, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather that have been disconnected for that long, they not going in there and doing 12, bro. It's over on that.
God, that's so rough, man.
Yeah, I mean, shit, it's an exhibition gimmick money grab. So,
I mean, I guess do what you got to do. Fellas, just don't go out there and embarrass yourselves. Just
it's gonna be a little bit of that. It's gonna be a little bit of that. So, I mean, it is what it is, and going into the next fight that we gonna talk about, it kind of makes sense. This one a little more realistic because these guys are younger. Tank Davis is still, I wouldn't say. He's coming just off the prime of his career. Like, he's still very, very much like a relevant boxer, but I wouldn't say he's in like his full blown prime at this point. He's pretty much he's at the peak of what his career would be. But you got him, and you going against a young upstart in Jake Paul, who has done a lot of the gimmick UFC retired fighter bullshit. He gets ranked by the WBA, and now, like, he looks up and he's got a fight with Tank Davis. Now, this is another cash grab. Like, this is a lot of what boxing is now. You make these big fights with names that people want to see, and it's a cash grab. So this is no different. But this one has a little more competitive stakes to it. And I can't lie. Do I think Tank would lose? No. But is it possible? Yeah, like my thing with Tank is that he's kind of had one foot in, one foot out the last couple years. I don't know whether that's just been kind of like internet semantics that he's been playing and and teasing the public with. But if he were to not take this fight seriously, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. Jake Paul could absolutely beat him, and dare I say, even knock the man out if he doesn't take it serious.
Jake really thinks he can hang now, like, because he's ranked, and everything. He really thinks that like, hey, I can hang with anybody out there.
Well, this
And
is
this is
what.
a perfect test for him right now.
No, this is like you skipping a step. Like you're going against one of the best in his weight class.
He
Like,
says he's the best as it is right now. So
yeah,
hey,
no,
you
Tank.
want to show us? Then prove it right here.
Say what
against
y'all
Tank.
want about Tank Davis, bro. He is a very accomplished, polished boxer, bro. He has been at the top of his respective weight classes for a while now, and this ain't no, this ain't what Jake Paul been used to seeing. Like this is a little bit of a different level for him. And
I said, don't get knocked out, Jake.
the,
Don't.
the only question is this one of those, okay, just come in here, we gonna spar a little bit, you gonna make this money, and we gonna go about our business? Because if that's the case, Jake Paul's gonna win this fight and people are not gonna be happy about it. But that's been the Jake Paul formula, bro. Like, we got to be real about it. That's been the formula. But it's intriguing when you add somebody like Tank to this shit, who has been, kind of, contemplating retirement, or at least saying that he has. I don't know if that's true or not. And he's in a position of where we still want to see him fight other people. We still maybe want to see him fight Shakur. We still want to maybe see him go head up with other boxers, but he picks Jake Paul. Jake Paul is now ranked in the WBA. I just think it's an interesting like turn of events. And I don't know, man. Like, what do you make of this fight, JB? Because I know you are not on the Paul brothers like that, but I just give him credit. I'm not either, but I just give him a certain respect because he went in there, and to his credit, he can hold his own. Like, and that's why I kind of say like Gervonta need to be careful, because this ain't the Jake Paul that just started boxing. This is the Jake Paul. I've been doing this for a few years, albeit the opponents have been shit, but I've been training like continuously for the past 3 to 4 years, and the kid's not bad. He has some technique to him. He has power. I think we all know that. What's your take on this?
Yeah, like, I'm not on the Paul brother hype train, but I will give them both respect in the WWE and in boxing as well too. They have talent. There is something there. I will completely admit that. And Paul, like, he has skill. Like, as you said, this isn't his beginner fight. He's had some fights over there. He's trained. He's been with professional trainers to help him out on his career and his path. So I will give him all of that credit. I just, in my head and like in my heart, I still see them both as those YouTube kids, and they're just trying to do something to spark interest, to break the internet, to do something to bring in views somehow, some way. They're showmen, which I give them credit for, but I still feel they're like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, where it's showman business, and then, all right, I'm gonna still take it serious at the same time.
Nah, JB, I can't say you wrong. Like, it's definitely an element of that, the showmanship, them being the internet kids and stuff like that. It is kind of hard to look at them in this light, but we got to realize too, they ain't kids no more. These are grown ass men,
and he can take a grown ass whooping,
right?
Too,
no, and that's real. But
he's
putting himself in a position to do that, and that's why he gets my respect, because you didn't come in here and just lollygag. Because I think the famous saying is, you can't play boxing. Like, and that is a fact. You can't go in there and just willy-nilly, oh, I'm trying to get views and clicks. You will get your fucking head knocked off by whoever the fuck is standing across from you. So I give him respect in that regard. Like, they have taken this serious. Even Logan Paul on the wrestling tip. It's to the point with Logan Paul that I feel like he has a future in WWE, and you got to give him credit, because he's athletic as hell, but he put the work in. He was in the PC. He was in there, learning the moves, trying to learn from some of the greats. He's went in there with some of the main event people on the WWE roster and held his own. Like, the man had a match with Roman Reigns, for crying out loud, like, and held his own. Like, he's been in there with some good people, to the point where you're like, okay, I may not like it. I may not like what he represents or what he stands for or where he came from. I just got to give him respect. Yeah. I gotta respect it, dog. So, but I can't argue that fact. Like, there is an element of showmanship to this. Make no mistake about that, because they want as many eyes on these events as they do. And Logan Paul has the WWE machine pushing him. With Jake, it's okay. Yeah, I have to fight the biggest possible name I can find, and I have to monetize that because in boxing it's a little bit of a different game. So
I just want less ha ha he laughs and jokes and more. All right, I'm taking this serious. Like, show me the training video where you're not. Oh, this is what I'm gonna do to you.
Right.
No, show me the serious training video, the serious montage that you see with a UFC or
Or
WWE,
boxers,
something like that,
yeah,
or
like
boxers,
leading up to a fight,
leading up to a fight. Not the all right, I'm into jokes. Oh, this dude thinks he could do this to me. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, I don't want to see all that. I don't want to see the YouTube clips and none of that. No, just be serious about it.
But unfortunately,
if you're serious, I will take you serious.
You gonna get that because that's the only way they can sell this fight, bro. And well, not the only way, but that's a main way of how they're going to sell this fight. And right now, I mean, I think the fight is booked for November with Paul and Tank. I gotta check in on that and fact check that. But I know it's coming up fairly soon. And yeah, man, I just for Tank, bro, for somebody that's still an active boxer, if he don't come in here and take this fight serious, bro, this could be a bad look in terms of like his career and his legacy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like his legacy has a chance of taking a hit here. Because if you go in there and you lose and dare I say get knocked out by Jake Paul, now okay, the not only meme culture is gonna take over, but it's like, all right, bro, you let somebody with far less experience come in here and you're at the top of your sport practically.
And he just worked you.
And he worked you. Like that would not be a good look at all, bro. So I'm interested to see it. I think that, it's at the point now with Jake Paul, I don't even think like he'll get outclassed. And it's crazy to say that. I think he will be able to hold his own. I don't know if he'll get knocked out by Tank, who has been known for knocking people the fuck out. So, hey, I'm as we get closer, I'll kind of have a prediction for you because I need time to sit on this one and actually think about what this is actually going to be. Because in the back of my mind, I just can't stop thinking that okay, this is about to be a glorified sparring match. Just come in here, come get this bag. Let's put on the show for Netflix, and then let's get on. So
I can see that. Yeah, once it gets closer, I'll have a little bit more idea or post on the fight, and if like things are actually serious, or as you said, this is just a cash grab. Once again, come in here, get your money, leave, and then try to be entertaining.
Right, and that's another portion. Will it actually be a good fight? So. But I think it'll be better than Tyson fucking Mayweather. Like, come on, bro.
It will definitely be better.
What are we doing
More competitive, I will give you that.
What are we doing there? But all right, so we're gonna run down AEW All Out. JB, I'm gonna let you lead this one because I didn't get a chance to see much of All Out. It's just been crazy scheduling, but I heard it was definitely a good night of wrestling. A lot of people saying it was better than Wrestlepalooza, which
I mean, you didn't have that much competition.
That's not a high bar to climb. I'll say that. I don't think it's the lowest bar, but it's definitely not a high one. So it's it is what it is on that. But AEW, like I said throughout the year, and WWE, this is no shade. I absolutely love WWE as a whole. AEW kind of been winning the battle in terms of actual enjoyable programming. I think AEW's been winning that battle all year.
Yep, they have. And AEW All Out in Toronto. Tony Khan, they asked him afterwards during the press conference how he felt about the earlier start time, obviously competing with Wrestlepalooza as well too. He thinks that it's a positive thing. He's going to look back on it and see like, hey, maybe we should start moving our times up a little bit so people can enjoy the full 7-8 hours that you get of AEW, which is a smart move.
That's one thing I do like about Tony is that he's not afraid to change shit up. He's not afraid to experiment and try things. And that was a big problem with Vince, bro. Like Vince was so stubborn, stuck in his ways. Like it's kind of refreshing to have somebody like Tony Khan, albeit he doesn't always make the right decision. I get where some fans come from with him, but he cares and he's passionate and he gives a lot into AEW, and that's why I can respect it.
Definitely. They open the night. Christian Cage, Adam Cope defeating FTR. And you got a surprise. Beth Phoenix shows up.
Wow.
Towards the end of the match, helping out just a little bit as well too. Adam Cope gets handcuffed to the corner while FTR kind of just dismantle and take down Beth Phoenix. Afterwards, he finally got unhooked from the handcuffs to the side of the ropes and went over to console his wife, who kind of took I think a chair shot.
Did she a concerto?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah,
of course. It's
but like I said, Cope and Cage, they defeat FTR. It was a pretty good match to start off the night. So
I mean, it wasn't gonna be bad when you got FTR and
they're in Canada. They're both her hometown.
Yeah, come on, Cope and Christian. Like, what are we doing here? Like, you knew that was gonna go over. I love how they playing that storyline out right now with Cope and
I know that
Christian.
There's more to come too with this. Like, this isn't over.
They got a lot more to go. Christian is kind of the wild card in this whole thing because yes, he's finally kind of let his guard down, but does he fully trust Cope? I think it will be a story that they can still tell. But FTR, I'm glad they getting them back in the mix of things. They kind of tying up some of them loose ends from earlier in the year as well. And I think they look good, even with my man's as their manager and stuff like that. I forgot his name.
I forgot his name too.
Yeah, but no, I think they cooking right now, and I love this storyline. Of course, with the patriarchy being in the shadow, kind of overlooking everything. I love it right now.
And they showed up at the end too. But they were up at the ringside stage.
My boy Nick and Mama Wayne. Shout out Mama Wayne, man.
Shout out Mama Wayne. I was not aware of your game. I'm sorry.
You was asleep, bro. But
I was sleeping on that.
My boy Nick Wayne done growed up real quick.
After that, they followed it up. Some of these matches, like, I didn't even know they were on this card, but Eddie Kingston defeating Big Bill.
Eddie Kingston's back?
Yeah, like, that was a surprise. Like,
holy shit.
Where have you been, dude?
Wow. Hey, shout out to Eddie Kingston. I did like him in his previous stint with AEW. Hey, let's see how it plays out. Big Bill needs to be a solo act. I'm sorry, bro. Get him away from Brian Keith. Yeah, they got to get away from Brian Keith and this tag team. Like, it was cool. I even like Brian Keith in some respects, but Big Bill needs to be a single star, bro. I'm sorry, it's time.
He definitely needs something else. After that, a match that just had everybody like, what the fuck? Tables and tacks. Mark Briscoe defeating MJF. Throughout this whole entire match, it was just, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh,
you knew it was going to be.
Sick fuck. And how are y'all still fighting at this point? At one point, MJF has on white pants, and the whole crotch area is just red with blood from Briscoe, because he does that little nut shot to the face thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Briscoe was just busted open, but still acting like nothing happened.
You knew this was gonna be the result, bro. Like, and for one, both of them, Mark Briscoe, he come from that, and MJF is not afraid to get in that, like, by no means, bro.
What the fuck?
You knew this was gonna be that. It was gonna be a bloody mess. You knew it was gonna be a fucking war between those two, and I love their little dynamic, bro. I love how MJF always try to big time Mark Briscoe, and Mark Briscoe just like, nah, big dog, like, I can hang with you. Like, I'm country as fuck, but I can hang with you, dog. And yeah, bro, I've been loving their back and forth. Although I am ready for MJF to start looking toward that title, start looking toward the future. But I love this for him to kill some time with Mark Briscoe right now. And Mark Briscoe don't get the love that he deserves.
He really doesn't.
Dog, he's been a dog, bro. I'm a big fan of Mark. Big fan.
He has just been like a grinder in this sport. So, like, whatever you need from him, like, he is more than willing to do. I gotta give my hat to him. Like, this match was just,
you knew it was going to be, and I'm going to go back and watch it.
I knew this was going to be bad, but it's like, jeez.
AEW know how to put on a fucking a slobber knocker, as JR would say. So
after that, in between the break, you got a little squabble between Max Caster and Anthony.
Yeah, and I heard they trying to pair them back together,
they're trying
bro.
to get them back together, which is just weird. I don't know if this will work.
It's not that it can't work. I think it's a bit too soon, because you still, like, Max Caster has kind of been doing the I'm the greatest wrestler shit.
He's still doing that right now. And like, it just doesn't, like, it was cool to start, but don't keep doing this.
I don't mind it, but they haven't really taken it to the next level. Like, okay, you started him out doing that, but let's get him involved in some storyline and, maybe flesh out why he's acting this way. They haven't really done that to this point. It's just like, hey, he pops up with the little fucking certificate every now and again, and it's just like, yeah, and then he gets squashed in a match or some shit. So They haven't done a good job of that, and nor have they really fleshed out Anthony Bowens as a single
Singles,
star.
yeah.
Like the 5-tool player and shit. I kind of liked it that they still had Daddy Ass with him and shit like that. That was cool, but they haven't given him enough prominent TV time to really flesh out him as a singles guy either. So now that they're trying to put them back together, it just kind of seemed like it would be bigger if both of them were established in the solo realm, and now they are okay. They kind of like with Cope and Christian.
Mm-hmm.
We know what the fuck. Okay, and I hate that's not the best comparison because they have history. Yeah, long years of history. But in that same vein, like Christian established himself as a single star. Edge and Cope, I always call him Edge, but Cope, he has established himself as single stars. They both been world champions. Like that, for them to come back is a big deal. And I feel like they've done the same thing with the Usos as well. Yeah, you gave Jay a little push, but Jimmy, y'all been squashing him out
to the curb.
Y'all been squashing him out for forever, bro. He been a fall guy for the new bloodline with Solo. Like he's been taking all the pinfalls. So it's just like, yeah, man, I just think they could do better in terms of building that up because the Acclaimed is a great tag team.
I really miss the Acclaim being Acclaim.
Bro, they were the first, I would say, first real AEW homegrown tag team that that the crowd really just got behind, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I love them together as a tag team. And do I want to see them come back together now? Not really, bro, because I don't think it's not gonna last. It's not gonna last, bro. If it comes back, if they go back to being full-time tag team, I feel like what was the point of breaking them up in the first place?
Exactly.
That's it. That's all.
Exactly. Next up, I didn't even know this was their name. The Demand. Ricochet, Toa, and Bishop defeating the Hurt Syndicate. Their name is the Demand.
I didn't know they had a name.
The Demand.
But I think Ricochet is fish grease right now in terms of his heel work. I like the fact that they've been having Toa and Bobby Lashley go, two big monsters just going after each other. They had that match on, I think it was Collision the other night, that I tapped into a little bit. But I like this pairing right now. And, you know, Ricochet kind of being a thorn in the side of the Hurt business. It's an interesting element there. But
interesting dynamic.
We all know what the end goal is.
Yep.
The Hurt business is going to, or Hurt Syndicate is going to.
We hurt people.
I'm mad my voice gone. You know that's my shit. But, yeah, no, they going to get past this little bump in the road with them. And then they are going to also push forward towards when MJF starts chasing the championship. That's when Bobby's going to enter the chat.
Yep.
And I cannot wait for that, bro. It's going to be great. But Hurt Syndicate can do no wrong right now.
They really can't.
And to be honest, neither can Ricochet. Like, as long as he keeps being that piece of shit heel, like that man, I think it's working for him right now. And he's been better than he's ever looked in WWE and even his early like start in AEW. He has really caught on, bro, and he's impressed me a lot.
And he's even catching on socials as well too. He took aim at Wrestlepalooza.
That's what he do
after All Out. And
I saw that.
So
I saw that.
Little shade from Ricochet back there from his former company. I'm gonna skip over this match because you already know how I feel about this person. TBS Championship match. Mercedes Moné defeating, I think her name was Rio.
Yeah, Rio.
Rio.
Let me see. It's Rio.
This is like RIHO.
Yeah, Rio.
Yeah. You already know how I feel about Mercedes Moné keeping these damn titles, but go ahead, KG, because I don't like this. I don't like this one bit.
We won't be here long. It's the same thing, and I'm surprised at the title change that actually did happen in the women's division. Because that shit, I was like, wow. I thought they were going to give her a lot more time to flesh that out. But I mean, it is what it is, bro. They seem to be, I don't want to say stuck with Mercedes, but it's kind of like, okay, she has all these titles now. What's a good way to kind of like either transition her or maybe ease her out of these championships? And Rio, I don't think she's a bad opponent, but it's just like, I don't think she was going to drop to her. Like when Mercedes drops, it has to be to relevant people.
Yes.
Because of the cachet that she has built up, having all these belts. So yeah, I don't know, man, but I just think they kind of spinning their wheels with Mercedes at this point. And she has great matches still, so this is no hate against her. But yeah, I don't know what they're doing with her right now.
I don't know what they're doing either. Like I said, I'm spending a little less time on this match. Moving on.
Yeah.
AEW Unified Championship 3-way match. The Rainmaker, Okada, defeating Takeshita and Dorada. I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of checked out on this match just a little bit just because, like, I just kind of knew, like, you know what, Okada's got this. Like, I'm going to just skip over this.
Yeah, but I love him and Takeshita, bro. Like, that is a dream pairing. And I'm going to definitely tap back into this match so I can get it. But you already know I'm a big Okada fucking stan. I love Okada, bro. And Takeshita is such a great talent, bro. Like, what he's doing with Don Callis family right now, I love everything about Don Callis family, the direction that they're going. And Takeshita may be one of those first people that when it all implodes, he will kind of, ascend from that as a solo star. But man, I love this pairing right now, and I know the match itself had to be like a pretty good match.
The match itself was still pretty good, but like I said, I kind of checked out just because like so much wrestling going on, especially that night. After that, they followed it up with the coffin match with Jon Moxley defeating Darby Allin, and it was a good back and forth. Another bloody match as well too, but at a certain point, it just ended up being one-sided as Moxley and the rest of the Death Riders just came in and interfered as much as they could. No one came out to help Darby Allin at all during this match.
Which is crazy, but I'm glad it wasn't Sting because I love Sting.
Oh, you don't want to see Sting back?
I love Sting. I love Sting, but no, like I'm sick. Darby Allin needs somebody else besides Sting. That's all. But no,
it's gonna be Daniel Bryan. I hope you know.
Yeah, right. Probably, and I'm not mad at that either. But I mean, this was what you expected. Once again, like the Death Riders, I give them credit. They kind of found like a second, like life after All In. Because I thought that we would just see the collapse and that'd be the end of it. But they have found ways to kind of keep it going, and I do credit them for that. Do I think it's like the best? No, but it's better than what was going on right before leading up to All In. So I think it's interesting right now. They got Daniel Garcia in the fucking bro. Not even the Death Riders can help Daniel Garcia, bro. And I know I sound like a hater, bro. He does nothing for me. Like, I don't know. Like,
I think he's just the guy.
He's
There's
just
nothing
him.
special.
Like, he's just okay. Like, and that's okay to just be okay. But just they keep trying to make him like I don't know. But I felt like that wasn't even talked about. Like Daniel Garcia going to the fucking Death Riders. Like
that wasn't big enough than what it should have been.
It don't seem like genuine, bro. It really don't. But hey, it is what it is, bro. But shout out.
They did do the bag spot as well too in the coffin match. But moving on, because I know we're a little short on time, AEW's Women's World Championship, the 4-way match. Chris Statlander, my girl, defeats Timeless Tony Storm, Jamie Hayter, and Tekla to become your new AEW Women's World Championship. Tony Storm was shocked by this, walking back up the aisleway.
I was shocked by it as well because I thought they was going to give Tony the rest of this year runway for her to just be champion and just pit her against people. I'm not mad at it though, because one, Chris Statlander well deserved. Like I'm a Statlander fan too.
Mm-hmm.
She's been great. You know, we've seen her live as well. You know, the battles that she had with my baby Willow Nightingale. But no, like it's well deserved for her, and she's been one of the better women in the division for a long time, kind of carrying that torch, you know, before some of these bigger names came in. So I'm happy for her, and I'm interested to see where they go. It's a nice little change of pace because I think a lot of people thought, okay, Tony, this is her title until she wants to lose it. But this gives Tony something to chase after. The women's division is so loaded right now. Like you said, Thekla, I could have saw her winning. Who else was in this match?
Jamie Hayter,
another. You know, I'm a big Jamie Hayter fan.
Yeah.
She's been doing good work this year. But maybe she's a tier below where Chris Statlander is, but she's been doing good work this year. But you got so many names, man. I forgot the one girl that just came a couple months ago. She's been pretty good as well. There's a lot of names in AEW's women's division, and this mixes it up a little bit. So I was happy about that.
This will be interesting to see where they go with this storyline, especially with her as champion. But 2 more matches because I know we're still short on time. AEW World Tag Team Championship 4-way ladder match. Brodito defeating Jet Speed, the Young Bucks, and Josh Alexander, and I'm probably going to butcher this name, Hechira?
No, fucking, I can't think of his name. My apologies, but no, I know who you're talking about though.
And at the end, we got the special return of Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, and Luchasaurus returning as they embrace each other once again, and they're back together.
If he reunited with Luchasaurus, he should go back to being Jungle Boy. That's just how I feel about it. But it is what it is. I mean, the Jack Perry, at least he's not spitting on people every 2 seconds, so it is what it is.
Yeah, at least that stage.
It is what it is, and they probably trying to make him a babyface for right now. I don't know. I kind of liked him better as a heel because it was just more believable. Like, but we'll see where that goes. It's good to see him back though. I think he adds another element to that. And yeah, Brodito, really good tag team. Like they got so many decent, like just good tag teams. I love, famed 90s action movie star, our guy, man.
Speedball, Mike Bailey.
Speedball, bro. I love it.
It's in first Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, him, Kevin Knight is a future star in AEW. I'm loving his ascension right now. But yeah, bro, I think that's that. Hey, I'm not mad at that match. I'm not.
And finally, our main event, AEW World Championship, Hangman Page defeating TNT Championship Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah, you knew this was coming. But
Kyle, feel like we knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, no, you got to give Hangman some runway. But Kyle Fletcher is on his way. Like, best believe he is on his way. He will be an AEW World Champion, and I think he in the ring he is a fire, man. I'm absolutely I rock with him. I
don't think I see it yet. I just still don't see it yet for Fletcher.
I'm telling you, Don Callis family gonna produce some talent.
Like,
bro.
I know what's going to happen, but I still in my head I just don't see it.
The guy puts on bangers, bro. He does. But I am interested to see, what they do with Hangman next, though. But I think
what's Hangman's next opponent?
Like, he's been okay as champion. I just want to see more relevant matches. That's all.
But like, what's his next opponent? Like, who could you see him going up against next?
I don't know, man, because I can see they want to move in on the MJF stuff, but I don't think it's the right time yet. I think they can find another opponent for him, though. I don't know. That's a good question.
We can save it for next time.
Yeah, we can save it for next time, man. I gotta get back tapped in with my AEW people. But we appreciate y'all tapping into Woodward Ringside this week, man. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to Woodward Sports. We got more of this content coming on the way. We do, man. And this has been Woodward Ringside, JB, KG. The boys is out. Appreciate y'all.
Peace.